Okay. I should be live. I hope y'all can see me. Hold on. Make sure y'all can see me. It's Friday. I won't keep y'all on. Let me make sure y'all can see me out there. Y'all can see me. Hey guys. Hey guys, come on in. Let me move this light out of my way. Come on in. Come on in, guys. Come on in. About to get started here in just a moment. Please click like when you come in. We got to talk. I have made some discoveries that I want to run by y'all. We got to talk. The name of this part 5. Welcome to Homecoming, by the way. Okay, this is Homecoming part 5. Okay. Indian Territory is the name. You see the name. I got to run something by y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all on here long. It's Friday night. I know y'all going to party because it's homecoming week. I know. I already know y'all going to party. Let me get my link ready. And link ready really quickly. I need to make a phone call. Hold on, y'all. Come on in, load on in, everybody. Load on in. Hey, Marcus, thank you for becoming a member. Hey, Pilar. Hey, y'all. Hey, Daisy. Hey, Miss Vicky. Hey, Chief Fastful. Hey, Keely. Hey, y'all. Come on in. I got to make a phone call really quickly. Really quickly. I got to make a phone call really quickly. Really quickly. One moment, okay? Easy. I'm live. All right, bye. Okay. I'm back. That wasn't long, was it? Hey y'all, come on in. Come on in. I ain't gonna keep y'all on here long tonight. I want to bring something to y'all's attention that I think is pretty bizarre. Please click like when you come in so we could get started here. I'll give everybody a chance to load in as I am a little tardy for the party, but y'all understand. Busy, busy. They heard the call. Either way, I'm live. I'm live. Just letting y'all know I'm live. Let's see. Come on in. I'm a little bit tardy for the party, okay? Thank you, Chief Vespa. I'm a little bit tardy for the party, okay? I'm a little bit tardy for the party. But nevertheless, we're going to go over something tonight because y'all. So what had happened yesterday was everybody kept tagging me in this post online about the Jones family out of Alabama, and I got a phone call. So the phone call that I got was basically to see, if I could help them. The person who called me was a good friend of mine, and I thought that they knew the family personally. So I went to searching for everything that I could find. Okay. I spent about 5 hours just sifting through records. And by the way, guys, when you like close on the house and stuff, when you're getting ready to like close on the house in like a real estate transaction, they do what's called a title search. So part of what I do is like a very in-depth title search. So I had started doing a title search for the property because I saw the video, very descriptive video from a brother on YouTube. In fact, it's on multiple people's pages, but I saw the original video that was posted from the young man on YouTube, on IG. And so I kind of follow what he was saying closely. He said a few things that sparked my attention to make me know that it was heirs property, right? So keep that in mind. Okay. This is homecoming. So I have to do this. I have to do this, guys. I have to let somebody march us in. Okay. I have to let somebody march us in. Yeah. I have to let somebody march us in. Come on in here. Keep coming in. Keep clicking like. Please keep clicking like. I can't see how many likes I got, but please keep clicking like while y'all are loading in. I'm gonna let FAMU march us in. I don't know whether you all are familiar with the Rattlers of Florida A&M, but at one time in history, the Rattlers of Florida A&M marched a 400-man band with a 10-drum major stretch. It was the most epic band moment in band history. I mean, if you put these guys on fatigue, it'll scare the living piss out of any military across the world because of the precision. I gotta let y'all see. I gotta let them march us in today. I'm gonna let them march us in right quick. Okay. Let me let Florida. Welcome to homecoming. Let me let Florida march us in real quick. Real quick.
We're going quickly. 99 and a half. Just walking. 425. Big enough to be wanted. And good looking enough to be insisted upon. The reason why you're here, drum majors, the time is now. Good afternoon, Orlando. The mattress covers the whole field. The sound of experience.
I saw that in person, guys. It was the most epic. Y'all, just a little backstory. Family, you offered me a partial scholarship. That's how I ended up at Edward Waters. They offered me a full scholarship. Either way, it's the oldest HBCU in Florida, Edward Waters. Shout out to Edward Waters University. Kings Road. Okay. Hey, Chief. I'm here. If you get an opportunity, got you. John W. King, Adams County, Mississippi. I got you, Stephen. So look, so back to the story. So I'm looking up, y'all, where everybody at? Click like, come on, we got to get some people in here. Like, this is a good story. This is a great story. Y'all, please click like. Please click like so that people can come in here. So I got a phone call to look up the family out in Alabama. And so I started doing an advanced title search because I listened very intently to what the guy was saying. He said they offered to buy his land in 1956. They offered him $900. For those of you who don't know, there is a Jones family, a black family out in Alabama, who lost their property to the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Their property is literally, part of their property is a parking lot, and the other part of it is the business center. So I was able to pinpoint. In fact, I got a video of it. Let me see, can I send the video to y'all right quick? Because they made it public, so I might as well make my findings public. I'll make some of my findings public. Let's see which part. Which part can I make public? Okay, so family lost the property out of Alabama. Now the city deemed it contaminated. Now y'all remember we did this video when I was talking about heirs property being cheating to the state, eminent domain, or being deemed contaminated. That's how they took a lot of properties. The only thing is this property is different because the files that I looked up last night, I discovered something that's very interesting about Huntsville, Alabama, that should be taken into consideration for this particular case. So let me see, can I share this to my computer so I can show y'all? Let me share this to my computer so I can show, because this is going to help a lot of people. And this family here in particular, hey, are walking. I was looking for you the other night. This family in particular, if they're able to get this land back, which I have no doubt that they'll be able to get it back, this open up a Pandora's box for America, and it's show why. I'm about to show y'all why. I'm just going to show y'all like where the property is, like how I found it on my map, on one of the map systems that I look at. I'm sure, can I pull this to the computer? Let's see. Let's see, and I'll pull this to the computer real quick so y'all can see. Also, y'all, I just bought a new system. I just purchased a new system yesterday that shows me where oil is on people's property. So I can also do an oil search. We're not playing no games, okay? Y'all want to talk about restitution and reparations? Let's have the conversation all the way, okay? Let's have the conversation all the way, all the way. Okay, so Jones family, Huntsville, Alabama. I went to BLM, start searching through the land patents for Huntsville. Just to show, Jones family land is popping up. I don't know what's taking this thing so long to load up on my side. But just to show, the Jones family property started loading up. So maybe I could tag them in this video because I can't find a direct contact to the family. I find everybody that's trying to help them, but I need to send the files to somebody from the actual family. I don't think the family has an attorney yet. The type of attorney that they would need, based on what I've seen, they would need a trust law attorney, an attorney who deals in trust, and of course, probably if they deal in trust, they'll know about land anyway. But in particular, they're going to need to either consult somebody who deal in trust or find an attorney or hire an attorney who knows about trust law. So here's why. BLM, just to show, Jones family got patents around the circumference of that area. What I found very interesting is the state of Alabama and the Jones family have bordering properties all over. I mean, the Jones family properties are so vast in that part. I'm talking land patents are so vast in that part. They stretch from the airport to city center Huntsville. And around their properties, you have, of course, other families mixed in, but then you have state of Alabama, state, all around it, right? So yes, please, all 156 of y'all, please click like. Please click like. Maybe y'all can tag the family. I don't know who knows who knows the family, but it seemed like don't nobody know the family, but everybody know the story. So y'all got me searching for these people's stuff, and nobody even know contact for the family. I went on their GoFundMe. There isn't even contact on the GoFundMe, so I don't know. I don't know their genealogy. So I was going to do their genealogy really quickly so I can find the land, but I was just going based on the guy's story. So he said 1956, they offered some money. They declined. The family declined $900. And in 1958, I think 1958, they deemed the property contaminated. And he said in between that time, they wasn't getting any mail from the city, right? The city stopped delivering mail to them. And I was like, this sounds like heirs property. Because when you're dealing with heirs property, a lot of times you have to give the city jurisdiction to come on your property. Even when you're talking about natural disasters like FEMA, people who have heirs property, they don't really, I think they just started getting help like last year. Like out of all these years FEMA's been in existence, they don't help people with heirs property. But a lot of Negro families do not know they're on heirs property until it's deemed contaminated, so forth and so on. Now, the funny thing is, y'all, hold on to y'all seats. Hold on to y'all seats. Are y'all sitting down? Yes, please like, share, and donate if you like this content. This is homecoming. This conversation might be above a lot of y'all pay grade. Okay. It might be above a lot of y'all pay. If you don't know what pot liquor is, this ain't for you. This is not for you. If you don't know what pot liquor is, this ain't for you. If you don't know what talking out the side of your neck is, this ain't for you. If you ain't never heard the term talking outside of your neck, If you don't know how to do the bus stop, if you ain't never even heard of the bus stop, I don't even know how you found my channel, ma'am, sir. This here channel is for people who know what the bus stop is. And I ain't talking about the one that you stand there and wait for the little yellow school bus. I'm talking about the bus stop. Okay? To get the party. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't know what that is, clock out, big dog. Clock out. Because what I'm about to tell, it ain't for you. What I'm about to tell is for people who know what the bus stop is. Okay? Clock out, big dog. Clock out. If you don't know what upside down 7-Up cake is, clock out, big dog. Clock out. If you don't know what sweet potato pie is, okay? Clock out. Clock out. Okay? Clock out. So listen, y'all. Pilar said, come on, Janice, tell us, damn it. Okay, Pilar. 380,000 plus acres in that area. Somebody said, make me hungry now. In that area of Huntsville, Alabama, are Indian fee patents. From an Indian trust patent. So they're an Indian trust. That means they were tribal or for members of that particular tribe, held in a trust. When they're out of the trust, they're supposed to be distributed to the tribal members in that tribe. Okay, and then that turns them into fee patents. They were never distributed. So the state ate it up, a 90-page document. I have it in my possession. The state ate the properties up and then distributed. So some people's was distributed, but 380,000 from the airport all the way downtown Huntsville, all the way to West Alabama, all the way to North Alabama. Y'all don't believe me? Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Okay, you ain't got to believe me. I'll show you. Because I got a question. I got a question now. And how did I find this? How did I find this? Is good. Good question. I was going through the Jones land patents in that area, and I clicked on related documents. And then I found the state of Alabama. 380,000 acres. Now, how was that connected to a Jones land patent? Because the properties are back to back. This is great news for the Jones family. Why is it great news for the Jones family? Because how is the state of Alabama an Indian? How are they tribal? How is the state of Alabama, the entity, tribal? And if so, since they have these Indian fee patents, is this thing governed by tribal law? Is this part of Alabama governed by tribal law? And if it's governed by tribal law, please let me know if anybody in Huntsville, Alabama has ever been incarcerated. Could this say Indian? Okay. The name of the video is Indian Territory. We're trying to unpack it tonight. Because let's unpack this. Let's unpack this real quick. Because they were never supposed to take them people's property. You can't take it. You can't contaminate. That's tribal property. How did the Jones family get into that whole Indian fee territory? That's Indian territory. How did they get land in that territory? I don't know. Perhaps they're Indians. I don't know. They could be descendants of the Noble Jones. They could be. I don't know. I haven't been able to contact anybody to do the genealogy, so I don't know. Maybe y'all could tag them in this video. Maybe y'all can send them a clip of this video so they can hit me up so I can do the genealogy right quick. Add them into, So, let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this document that pulled up with the Jones properties. in Huntsville. Let me share my screen. Let's see, is this the 90 page? No, this is 11-page document. Wait, it must be. Okay, so it's more than one. It's more than one. So this is my first time seeing this one. Okay, yeah, these people got so many Indian feet patents, it ain't even funny. How? How did they get these Indian feet patents? Hold on, y'all. Let me find the right one. I want to find the 380,000. 380,000. This is one for 8,000. No, I'm talking about the 380,000. It's a 90-page document. I may have to go back to the Jones property to get it. Because they definitely, boy, if anybody has gotten locked, now this is what you unpack as it relates to restitution and reparations. See, because I don't think this is a jurisdiction issue. This would be a jurisdiction issue. Y'all don't tell me I got to go through all these patents just to find that one. Let me see. Huntsville. Even if I can't find it, it's so many Indian fees. I'm just trying to prove a point. I'm just trying to show y'all that these people is sitting on Indian fee patents that were supposed to be distributed that were not distributed. They were not distributed, guys. They were not distributed. Okay, let me click on this page. Madison. Document contains 2,354 land description. This must be it. It's loading up. Let me see what y'all saying. Okay, let's see. I didn't read the comments. Let me go back to the comments while this load up. Okay. I need all 434 y'all to please click like. Let me see what you said, Fresh Face. Hold on. What Fresh Face done said? If you ain't never heard of Keeping Up with the Joneses. Y'all see the chat. If you ain't never heard of Keeping Up with the Joneses, I don't even know how you clicked in here tonight. We really ain't even talking to you. You ain't never heard of Keeping Up with the Joneses. Clock eye. In the chat going up. Like, y'all must have heard of Keeping Up with the Jones. Somebody get the Jones family in here. Will the real Joneses please stand up? My goodness. Who would have thought the Jones was Indian? I don't want to ever hear nobody say the Jones ain't Indians. Y'all need to treat these people with some respect. The city of Alabama. The city of Huntsville. The city of Alabama. The city of Huntsville knew exactly who those people were. They knew those people had heirs property. They knew those people had land patents. See, the family has jurisdiction over land patents. You can't come contaminate my land patent. You can't come do that. It says it belongs to me, heirs forever. This is the conversation that we need to unpack. How did they get jurisdiction over these people's heirs property when you don't even have jurisdiction to send mail without the family's permission? The cops don't have jurisdiction. The ambulance don't have jurisdiction. Y'all, it's people. Y'all can look this up. You don't have to believe me. It's cities that are 50 acres. It's cities that are 100 acres. I'm talking full cities, full mayors. Okay, this is the type of jurisdiction that you can have when you're on heirs property, you can literally go through the assembly wherever you at. I'm in Georgia. You can literally go through the Georgia General Assembly, get a charter, get incorporated. Now you got a mayor, you got a city council, you get to use the government, uh, benefit. You get to use all the kind of government stuff. Okay, that's your discretion if you have heirs property, if you have these patents. A lot of people don't have patents. It just so happened where the Jones people were battling at, they have patents. Somebody said, me and Mrs. Jones, we got a thing going on. If you don't know what I just quoted, get on off here. I don't care. This check dropped down to 200, 300 people. If you don't know what me and Mrs. Jones, we got a thing going on, it ain't for you. We trying to break this thing down because I'm trying to see something. I'm glad y'all follow instructions. I see the chat just dropped. I'm glad y'all follow instructions. We're trying to break this down because if the fact that I saw Jones land patents in the same area where they're saying this man's house was taken, just it's the reason why I spent all night last night combing through the files, reading up on Alabama law, just to see who would even have jurisdiction. I wouldn't have even wasted my time, y'all. The first thing I did was went to see who had a land patent over there. If I wouldn't have seen no Jones land patent, I wouldn't even waste my time because you would have been dealing with a deed situation. Then the person who has jurisdiction over that deed can say what goes on that property. But now it's actual land patents over there. On the multiple. Same area. So I don't know which one of these people are the Joneses. So yet, because I haven't gotten in contact with the family. Maybe somebody can. Is the family in the chat? The Jones family in the chat? Tequila, are you from he was born in 1916? Wait, somebody is. Hey, everybody. Okay, the Jones family is on here. So the whole, your chief Janice, that whole military base was Negro land, Huntsville, Alabama. Huntsville, Alabama is sitting on Indian trust land. That means the Indians in that area, land was held in a trust. After the period where the trust was over, that land was supposed to be dispersed back to the family. Some families got it, multiple families did not. But all those government buildings, even downtown Alabama, even the airport, downtown Huntsville, is still Indian fee patent. So who's ever in Huntsville, who's ever going to take this family case, they need to know about, I guess they would need to know about tribal law. Because last I checked, the state of Alabama was not a tribe. I don't know. Maybe I am. Here it go. Maybe I don't know. I don't live in Alabama, but all I can do is I was just kind of reading everything that I can read and cram in on last night to try to see. My aunt and uncle father's name was Willie Jones. He was born in 1916. Okay. Do you know who Willie Jones's dad was? Do you have a clue? And do you know when did Willie still alive? Well, in 1916, he would be too old. Do you know which year he passed away? Do you know his parents' name and which year he passed away? Because we can unpack this right now, and I can send the family over the files that I looked up last night. Let me show y'all this while I wait for a response from the family. Let me show y'all this Alabama stuff. Because this blew my whole entire mind, right? Okay, so see my screen here. Let me see, can I make it bigger? Let me tag my aunt. Okay, bring your aunt in here. Bring your whole family in here. Let's break this down. Because this patent that I'm showing now, it borders you all's property. And even if it's not your direct Willie Jones, it could be his brothers, it could be his uncles, because there are multiple Jones patents, land patents in that area. Okay, I'm on the Bureau of Land Management website. I hope y'all can see this. Let me know if y'all can see my screen. It says the state of Alabama. Okay. Let me know if y'all can see my screen. Please put some fire emojis in the chat. All 459 of y'all, please click like as we help this family here. Okay. Please click like. Let's see. The area of Big Cove is now Hampton Cove. I heard it was all Indians living in that area a long time ago. Well, they're still there now. They just call them Negroes, apparently. They just call them Negroes. Niggas even. You know, African even. So listen, look at this, guys. Look at how they ate the land up. This says Indian fee patent. Okay. Indian fee patent, October 14th, 1865. So this land was probably put into trust during the Civil War, because a lot of these Indian patents, they were applied for and issued to in the 1830s, including the Jones family patent. This is just how long the Jones family has had land in this family. The patents are from the 1830s. Some of the patents are from the 1900s, but most of those patents in that area are from the 18 freaking 30s, when the Indians were getting their patents. Okay? And this Trail of Tears stuff. Okay? So look. So Indian fee patent, y'all, look at this acreage. 300, I'm sorry, I thought it was 380. 390,000 acres, right? So what I did last night to see where this land was, I had to click on all these little boxes, which I'm definitely not gonna do that because it took me about 2 hours to do it. But I was hell bent on finding what was going on in this Jones family, so I had to click on all these little boxes, right? All these boxes took me about 2 hours to click on, God, no cap. Because you can't select all of them at once. And I'm just showing y'all kind of what I went through last night. I was going through it, honey, trying to get these boxes clicked. So once you click on all these boxes, right? I just clicked on one box. You see Huntsville is right here. Y'all see what Huntsville at? This is Redstone Arsenal. This was my focus point, because the Jones family property would be right on top of the Redstone Arsenal area, because that's where you see Indian Creek right here. You see Oakland University. It was my landmark was here on top. See University of Alabama, Huntsville. So their land would be somewhere. It was off of Holmes and Sparkman. I think Holmes and Sparkman, where that business building was. I think it's right here. I think it's this right here. There's Holmes. There's Holmes right there. So I think it's this area right here. Ben Graves, yeah. So the business center would be right up in here. The parking lot would be right up in here. And literally, guys, all of this land is Indian territory. Blows my mind. Who has jurisdiction to contaminate a property if it's an Indian fee property? This is an Indian fee property. All of Alabama, all of Huntsville, Alabama land. Y'all see all these boxes that I would have to click back on in order to show y'all the map. But Indian fee patent. Now, when you click on patent image, it gives you this extensive document. It's 93 page document. Okay. So whoever attorney, and y'all let me know if family comes on here, because I'm not looking at the screen. This is from 1928. Okay. Muscle Shoals grant. Those were the Indians that were in that area. Um, and this is when they were depositing the land inside of the trust, and it just shows you which lands were being deposited inside of the trust. Now, when you look up the definition of Indian fee patent, it literally says it's for a tribe. It's for a tribe. Literally, that's what it says. Okay. So how was the state of Alabama able to give some jurisdiction on some contamination? Now look up what's going on in Huntsville, Alabama right now currently. What's going on in Huntsville, Alabama right now currently, because I was Googling who has jurisdiction in Huntsville, Alabama to contaminate property. Well, apparently today, right now, nobody. Because someone was asking the question, how are meth properties, why aren't meth properties in Huntsville deemed contaminated? And the answer was because Huntsville does not have jurisdiction to contaminate properties in Huntsville. The government doesn't. So they're not even contaminating the meth houses. They're fixing them up, putting them back on the market, not deeming them contaminated. So how did they deem this brother's house contaminated if they certainly didn't have no jurisdiction over it? This is a jurisdiction issue. I need all 440 y'all to click like. It's going down. Okay, did I get a response from the family? She's bringing her aunt. Okay, Aunt Kim, you on? Someone said, hey, Aunt Kim, Auntie Kim. Are you on, Auntie Kim? I found something very interesting. Now let me pull some the Jones family. Jones family. I'm going to go. Let's just see. Let's just search patents. Let's make sure. Oh yeah, I gotta go back out. I got to put in what's Huntsville. I know Huntsville, that area is what? Morgan. Let me see, which area is that? Let me see. Let me make sure which, because it's look at all these land patents. These, it's 100 pages of Jones land patents in Alabama. BLM site maxes out at 100 pages. So anything over 100 files, 100 pages, BLM don't even house them in their site. So it ain't no telling how much Jones land is in Alabama, because they don't maxed out at 100 pages on here. Let me go out and this is just Alabama. I think that is that. Okay, let me make sure I got the county right for that area. Let me make sure I have the county right, because I think Huntsville sits in 3 counties, but that particular area is. Let me see. Did somebody put it in the chat? Huntsville sits in 3. That's Madison. Okay. Huntsville is in 3 areas. Huntsville is in 3 areas. The part where the university sits, I need all 518 of y'all, please click like. The part where the university sit is what part? Let me get my map back out, because I had it on my map. Let me get my map back up, y'all. Hold on, child. Hold on. Huntsville, because I can zoom right in on the actual property. Let's see, Huntsville. So let me show y'all the property. Let me find the Redstone. Let me go back out and find Redstone Arsenal. Okay, there's Redstone Arsenal. And it's right directly on top. The Business Administration Building. Let's see. Did anybody put the county in? Anybody put the county in? Okay, we got time. We got time, Tequila. Did anybody put the county in? Is it Madison County? That area is Madison? Y'all, let me just y'all ain't helping me out none. Let me just zoom in right quick and see. That's Huntsville. That might be Madison County. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. That might be Madison. I know it's in 3 counties. Let's go Madison. Y'all can see my screen, right? Let's go Jones, Madison. See, already I got 5 pages of land patents. Now the one that looked it was I think it was this Littleberry. I think it was okay, so whoever is Llewellyn Jones, his land was also downtown Huntsville, Alabama. But his land was zeroed out in 1963. So all of his land patents, you see, it says total acre 0, but it was just zeroed out. See, the last date was 1963, and his land. Let me see. Let me click on which, because he got a few patents. Let me see what this one's at. Okay, so you see the Redstone Arsenal right there. That's your landmark. The campus is here. This is Llewellyn's patent right here, right? Still center. Let me see. Where's his other one? I'm just clicking on Llewellyn so y'all can see what happened to whoever this person Llewellyn is. It was zeroed out. They said it was imperfect. Morgan, Limestone County, Morgan County, and Madison. Okay. They said it was zeroed out. Okay. See, we're still downtown. This is other patent that was zeroed out. I can't even see how many acres he had because they zeroed his acreage out. They took whoever Llewellyn Jones was, they took all of his stuff, right? Took all of it. And this patent was issued in 1818. That's just how long this Jones family been in that area. Wait. Wait. I hope y'all can see my screen. So y'all see this is downtown Huntsville. Okay. Auntie Kim is here. Let me go back to my chat. Hey, Auntie Kim. I'm trying to find. Okay, so let me kind of break this down for you, Auntie Kim. So what we're doing on here is looking through heirs property. There's something called a land patent that literally reads on the document. It's for the heirs forever. So you would be an heir of the Jones family. So the Jones family has land patents in this area. Now, every family in America do not have land patents. A lot of indigenous American families have land patents, but didn't know that they had them. So with these land patents, you are able to give out deeds to properties based on that land patent. So if you're a family with land patent, then you have what's called heirs property. And with heirs property, you have your own jurisdiction. That means nobody can contaminate it. Nobody can kick you off of it. They literally have to fight you off your land, which is how a lot of wars started. A lot of properties got bombed and burned down and all that kind of stuff. It was a fight over heirs property. So last night, someone reached out to me. I'm talking to the Jones family right now. Last night, someone reached out to me and asked me, well, actually, multiple people tagged me in the post, but someone called my phone and asked me to find could I help your family? I thought that they were from your family, but they didn't have any contact to you. So I started researching it. And what I discovered last night was that the Jones has heirs property in that area. Not only that, all of that area it makes up of 390,000 plus acres of Indian trust lands. So the city of Huntsville in the state of Alabama is sitting on what's called Indian trust land. That means it's supposed to be governed by a tribe or tribal members, Indian members. And last I checked, the state of Alabama was not a tribe, nor was it a tribal member. I don't know. I could be tripping. I don't stay in Alabama. Maybe somebody can let me know. But what that means to me is that this will probably be a jurisdiction issue. Also, if you look up what's currently going on in Huntsville right now, there is a issue where people are wanting meth houses to be contaminated, but Huntsville is not contaminating the houses. They're just putting them back on the market. And so if they're not contaminating houses today, based on whatever law, whatever the case may be, how are they able to contaminate your family member's home in the 50s? They had no jurisdiction to contaminate it. If I can connect you all to one of these Jones land patents, which there are many in the system. Like when I tell you I would not have either, I have so many genealogy clients, I have so much stuff to do. But when I saw and I checked this title system and saw that you all had land patents in the area, I was like, oh, this may be open and shut case. So whoever is going to represent you all, represent the family, get them to this BLM site, or get if you all can contact me after the show, I can get whoever is helping you all legally, show them what's going on, let them know that you all have a fee patent, because a lot of times when you're dealing with real estate, people do not know that Black people in America have what's called fee patents, which are heirs property, which are titles, which are land patents, same thing. They don't look at us as having fee patents. They think we just deal with deeds versus we actually own the land, actually have jurisdiction over our land. Okay. So let's go back into the BLM system. I hope I kind of explained that in a little bit of time, but I hope you kind of follow along here what I'm saying. Basically, it's a jurisdiction issue. So let me go back to BLM and show you all how close the Jones family is. And as you can see, this is a system full of Jones land patents. Now, this one looked very interesting. There's this person, Little Barry Jones. Okay, Little Barry Jones and John Withers, they have land. This is 159 acres, and some of their land is also city centered, like this land patent right here. Now we're on top of the red arsenal, eerily close, very eerily close to where you all's land is. And there are about 4 of these patents. So if you connect to whoever Littleberry is, so he has 159 acres there, and he has an additional 79.6 acres, same area, okay, just bordering. So it's a square, but the squares can go north, south, east, or west. So his property would be bordering each, and it could extend all the way, from what I'm thinking, it probably extends all the way into the university. And Willie Jones was either a descendant of Little Barry Jones, could have been his brother, could have been his dad, could have been his granddad. Here's another 79.60 acres, Little Barry, and it's going to give me that same block, same area. Okay, let's see. Here is 120, same block, same area. All of these patents, none of them are canceled. They're all active. This is another 79.60 acres for Littleberry, same area, Huntsville, right on top of the Redstone Arsenal. And then there's this one. 150.20. So it looked like he has 3 159 and then 2 79. I don't know whether y'all could do the math on that. But that ain't no little bit of feet, okay? That's a lot of land. And he's not the only Jones. I'm just trying to get you as close to that area where Willie Jones' property was as possible. So, if you can do your genealogy, and so this is another thing that's very interesting. This patent was altered in 1956. 2 of Littleberry H. Jones, I hope I'm not saying Johns, because I mean Jones, Littleberry H. Jones, 2 of his land patents were altered in 1956. One for 79.60. Okay. Same area. And then one of the 159.20 acres. They were both altered in 1956. So whatever that alteration was, I can't pull it up on my side, but you all will be able to pull it up in the at the courthouse in Huntsville. So let me know if anybody in your family has ever even heard of the name Littleberry Jones. Like I said, could be an uncle, could be your granddad, could be a granddad's brother. He could go by a nickname where Littleberry is the real name. It could even Littleberry could even be a woman. I don't know. I don't know, because Littleberry it could even be a woman. I have no clue. However, if someone can contact me, like I said, I didn't know, because the Jones last name is vast, and I'm trying to get you as close to this property. I think Littleberry is right on top of the property. So I know Willie Jones would not be on Littleberry Jones's property for no reason if he wasn't a family member. So you would need to go into the courthouse and actually pull the deeds. Those areas were probably altered because in 1956, a lot of land was added to Redstone during that area. Now that's very interesting. Oh, that's very interesting. Now, 1956 is very close to the time where they start acquiring about his property. That's why I pointed it out. In 1956, according to that video that went viral, that is along the time where they start inquiring about his property in the 1950s. So I'm wondering did he die in the 1950s? Because I'm going to say this. Yeah, Littleberry sounds mighty Indian to me too. I'm going to say this. A lot of times our families are targeted, over land that we don't know we have. It was just disclosed a few months ago that even in the Ahmaud Arbery case, the McMillan and the Arbery family had been battling over land that Ahmaud Arbery had no clue he was even an heir to. So the McMillan family had been targeting the Arbery family all of these years over land. So a lot of times we are targeted over land, not knowing anything about land patents, not knowing anything about heirs property, and us having our own jurisdiction over these lands. We didn't know. No one taught us. We knew about deeds. We knew that we can go and buy a house and we'll be issued a deed. That's what we knew. We didn't know about this side. A lot of people did not know about this side. So you have to be careful, especially when you're in big cities like Huntsville and you have heirs property in the middle of a booming metropolitan city. Because Jones land patents are also at the airport, the Huntsville airport. Now, the family would definitely need to be protected because you can wield a lot of money and a lot of power from having jurisdiction over your own lands. And not only that, I would say find an attorney who deals in trust, because you're probably supposed to be, getting royalty payouts from these people who are sitting literally on top of your land, especially if you can trace yourself back to Littleberry John. And he's He is just one of the many Jones land patents that, I could click on. It's 5 pages here. It's 5 pages, There are quite a few of them with Littleberry on it. Here's another 158 track. See, same area. So whoever Little Barry Jones was, he wasn't nothing to be played with. That man had land and power. He had land and power, and his descendants had land and power. Okay. So that's it for well, that's not it for the Jones, but it's a lot of names in here. John Jones, Mary Jones, Freeman Jones, William Jones, Willie B. Jones, um, um, Obadiah Jones, lots of Obadiah Jones, Reuben Jones, Samuel Jones, Seaborn Jones, lots of Seaborn Jones, Spotswood Jones, Stephen Jones, Trenton Jones, William Jones, another William Jones, George Jones, quite a few George Jones, James Jones, Jesse Jones. Wait, Jesse Jones. Hold on. Wait, what? Okay, so there's a Jesse Jones here. It's 160 acres. It's in Huntsville, right off of Indian Creek. This is very, very, very interesting. Right off of Indian Creek. Let's see. That's a little bit north. That will be north of the property. I mean, it's right off of Indian Creek. Yeah, this is interesting. This is getting very interesting. If I was the Jones family, that's Jesse Jones. Let's see related documents. Jesse Edmondson, Alfred Moore, Philip, Peter. See patent image. Let me just check this out really quickly. City of Washington. This is an old land patent. So Jesse would have had to be like the third in order to be this same person. This would have had to be Jesse the third. This could be one of your ancestors though. Because it's again, the patents are so close to where it's inevitable. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Lots of Johns, lots of Mary, Moses, you know. But anyway, I just wanted to show you all this and ask the chat a very important question. Got it from Triana. Yeah, they have, and Obadiah was in the family. You had a Stephen Jones. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. I missed something. Yes, the Jones also have land patents in Triana, which is bordering the property. Martha Ann Jones, Jesse Jones, they have land in Georgia as well. Like I said, this could be the same Jones family from Georgia. They could be Noble Jones descendants. Noble Jones had the biggest real estate lot in Georgia. They called it a plantation because he was a planter. That would be the Wormslow plantation in Savannah. That's Noble Jones, but Noble Jones also had brothers. So his brothers could have been in Alabama. You don't know. I haven't done Noble Jones' total genealogy, but from what I would guess, this Jones family did have a lot of power. I know in Georgia they had a lot of power. They were the Joneses in Savannah was some of the wealthiest people in the state. That whole keeping up with the Joneses thing is very real. It's a very real thing. They were some of the wealthiest people in the state because their heirs property had the busiest port in the nation at the time. Savannah Port was the busiest port in the nation. And then into the early 1900s, you had the Jones Act, that hit legislation. But the Jones family has been historically a wealthy family based on just what we're looking at right now, land. If you have the land, you control the commodities, you control how much money comes in and out of your family. You don't have to pay for real estate because the real estate has already been paid for. You just go on your land and build whatever you want to build because your family has jurisdiction over the property. Now, the reason why this is not widely is because I believe if it is taught, then some people's power decreases and some people's power increases. So the Jones family power would increase if they were taught this. Yeah, they were also known as warriors. I could believe it. I could believe it because these people had a lot of money. It wasn't a little money you're talking about. This Jones family here in Huntsville, their land patents are in the city, the center of the city. Their land patents are on the airport. That means technically they're supposed to be getting royalties off of this land. So that you all really need attorneys on this ASAP. You know, um, I have attorneys in Georgia, but they don't have, that you need an Alabama attorney, preferably someone black that we can kind of run this by, that kind of probably knows a little bit about fee simple documents. They learn about fee simple in law school, but again, nobody ever thinks that we are owners of fee simple properties. They just think we are just owners of deeds, which is not so. We own a lot of stuff here in America that's not being talked about. Um, their fight is going to be uphill with the U.S. government because some of their land sits on Redstone Arsenal. Yeah, some of the Jones property sits directly on top of Redstone Arsenal, and that's another reason why that family altogether has to be careful. You got to watch your six, if you know what I'm saying, in that family, because they know who you are. They know who the heirs, the government knows who the heirs of this property are. Just like Willie was targeted and his land was contaminated, they know who descended from Willie, you know? So Willie's descendants deserve their land back, All of us deserve it back, especially if you got the documents to prove it. And the Jones family has the documents to prove it. These people, I haven't seen too many families with land patents that are still available to view in the center of a metropolitan city, because those are the first land patents that they clear out. That's how they did Atlanta. That's why you can't even find Georgia land patents. But most of these big cities all across America, if you look at the big metropolitan cities and you go in the system, those land patents have already been cleared out. They're not deleted. They're just somewhere where you can't find them unless you make a trip up to Virginia and go to the actual headquarters. Then you can see them. Or you can go to the courthouse and sift through the land files. The courthouse don't necessarily have the land patents themselves. The courthouse has the deeds. Every deed that's been deeded out on that particular patent, the courthouse will have it. Um, However, there is a family currently renewed a 99-year lease with the government a couple of years ago. Now, if the Jones family leased that property to the government, that's the only way. No, they still wouldn't have a jurisdiction then. Even if they would have leased, it depends on what was in the writing. I don't know. Maybe they can, but I think it's different with land, Rodney. I think it's different with land. I think it's different with land, Rodney. I think it's different with land. But if you're in Alabama, I just wanted we got some real questions to ask. Now we got to pull out who been locked up. We got to pull out who been locked. I was just making sure y'all ain't sleep. I gotta wake y'all up real quick. Cause we in Alabama, we might as well go there. We in Alabama, we may as well go there. Okay? We may as well go there. We may as well go to none other than ASU. Cause this is homecoming. This is homecoming. This is homecoming. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, that is none other. Because this is homecoming. Okay? Because this is homecoming. And that was none other than the Royal Stingettes from the Alabama State University. Now, if you are unaware about why I am showing these videos, I'm here to make a point. Negroes in America are the only group of Negroes, Blacks, African Americans, whatever you want to call us. We're the only group of people in the diaspora with our own university system. That is to be honored. People in our lineage, our ancestors, they worked very hard to provide us with a college system, a college and university system. And they did a darn good job because we're the only ones still with our own university system that we can send our children to. That's a lot to be proud of. What a legacy. Don't let anybody tell you you don't have a legacy. You don't have a heritage. You have a mighty vast one. That's the whole point of this. To show you your inheritance, to remind you of your legacy. You have a lot to be proud of. And you have a lot to look forward to. We have a lot to look forward to. A lot of these subject matters about land and land patents and heirs property, it's new to a lot of us, and we're in this together. This reparations restitution fight is bigger than you think. These ancestors of ours, they were fighting for something. They were fighting to keep something that was lost to us. We were the generation that had the legacy taken. We were the generation that was misinformed, indoctrinated. It was us. It was us. We were misinformed. We didn't know, for one, that we was even from here. We was chasing Africa. A lot of people were chasing Africa. Lo and behold, not only are you from here, if you're the Jones family in Alabama, you had your heir's property is on Indian is in Indian territory. Even the Jones family in Savannah, Georgia, it's Indian territory. In fact, in Savannah and Chatham County, you still see signs today that says Indian territory. Why is that? That it's been families here since the beginning of time. The oldest DNA in the world came from you. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. That's a lot to be proud of. Hey, okay, so what else y'all want to get into? I hope the Jones family will contact me after this so I can get at least an email so that I can start sending you documents so that I can show you all. Um can you look up Jordan Van or George Pamplin in Huntsville? Yes. Give me a second. Let me see. Pamplin. Do you want me to look up the titles? You want me to look up the heirs property records? I have a Robert Pamplin in Huntsville. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for everybody who supports the broadcast, who keeps us up and running. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you all so much. Let me see. Um, Gertrude Butler Jones in Huntsville as well. Let me show you this. Let me show you this, Robert. Let me share my screen really quickly. Let's share my screen. I was chasing Africa until my grandmama said I ain't no African. Yeah, the same as me. Same. Everybody was, because the RBG stuff has looked so cool. It's like, oh, okay, dashikis. It's the way to go. And then you see your grandmama. My grandma said, we ain't no African. My grandmama told me to my face. Okay, so I have a Pamplin family here. I pulled it right up. I have Robert Pamplin here, Huntsville, Alabama. Let's click on it. This is 39.82 Land Office, Tuscaloosa. Robert J. Pamplin. Issued in 1837. So the Pamplin family has been in that area for a while. Okay. And that is the old handwriting, old English. Robert J. Pamplin. That's it. There it is, right there. And these documents are signed by the President of the United States at that time. Martin Van Buren was the president at that time. Let's click on the other document here for the Pamplin family while we're on this site. Anybody else need me to look up anything while I'm on this site? This is another plot for, make sure and click on the same one. This is 1930. Yep, this is another 39 plot. So you got about 80 acres here, the Pamplin family in this area of Alabama, and this document is still active. So there are still things being built on this land. This property, it says it's not canceled. Okay. That's Robert Pamplin. Okay. And these are the meat and bounds of it. Of course, it's in cursive, and it's also signed by Martin Van Buren, for the president of the United States at that time. Someone needed me to look up. Let me see. Water from my mind. You wanted me to look up Gertrude Butler in Alabama? Rufus Gilmore, Huntsville. Okay. Let me look up Rufus Gilmore, and then I'm gonna look up Gertrude Gilmore. Make sure I spell Gilmore right. Oh, South Carolina. Thank you, Water from my mind. Westminster, South Carolina. Okay, I can look later. Okay, got it. Okay, so look, we have some new people on here tonight that has never seen this before, y'all. So let's see what the new people are talking about. Let's see Gilmore, Rufus. Let's look up just Gilmore and see which counties come up. Okay, so yeah, I do have to. Okay, because there's a lot of Gilmores in Alabama. I know some Gilmores from Alabama. So let me go back out and see. Can I find Rufus? So we won't have to go through 8 pages of Gilmore heirs property records. Let's sue Rufus. Or I can isolate the county that you said, which was Huntsville, Madison. Let's go Madison. Let's go Gilmore in Madison. Okay, I have a George Gilmore and a George Gilmore and a Samuel. Let's see. Let's click on it and see. Been zeroed out. Wow. So let's see where his land was because this look is zeroed out. The document says canceled, but it has been zeroed out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Y'all, this is my first time seeing land patents zeroed out. Well, last night was because that's when I noticed that some of these patents were zeroed out. This is in North Madison, North Madison County, zeroed out. But that's the property right there. In fact, let me scroll all the way in to see what it is today. It is Fox Run Golf Course. Your property is a Fox Run Golf Course. It literally sits right on top of this Gilmore's land. So this would be where you go to the Madison County Courthouse to look through the records and deeds books to see how and when was it deeded out to these people. Let me go back and check the other one and see. So it's some shisty stuff going on in Alabama. Y'all, it's some shisty stuff going on in Alabama. Okay, this is 158.50 acres. The land office is Huntsville. The county is Madison. And we're gonna click on it, and it is the top of Madison County, North Madison County. Thank you. Send me the oh, you sent me the name. Okay, let's see. Let's see the person who just sent me the what's the name? Ruby. I can help you while I have this system up. What's the name? Let's see where this is at. Okay, I see the Flint River going through it. I see, and this is the Gilmore land patent we're on right now, guys. It is Walker Lane. So this is probably some heirs property. Sulphur Springs. Let's see, is this a mineral patent? No, it's not a mineral patent. Well, it's not in the system anymore, even if it was. So this is sitting directly at Narrow Lane, Hubbard Road, Ivy Darlene Drive, Walker Lane, Narrow Lane, and looks like it's a mountainous off of Charlie Patterson Road. Look like it's a mountainous region in Madison County, North Madison County. Okay. Mrs. Ruby, was there a name? We're going through, if you're just joining, we're going through some heirs property. My dad, they always called me Little Indian Boy when I was young. Yeah, looked like they was telling us the truth. Looked like the ancestors was telling us the truth the whole time. Will Gatson, Alabama. Okay, let's go Gatson, Alabama. Isn't Gatson a city in Alabama? Am I mistaken? Am I mistaken? Isn't Will Gaston a city? I mean, isn't Gaston a city in Alabama? Okay, I have Adam Gatson. Yep, I have William Gatson right here. Says County, Choctaw County. Yep, I have Will Gatson right here, 159.42 acres It's still active. It's still active, Ebony. I hope y'all can still see my screen. Let's click on it and see what is on it. Uh in fact, let's do this. Let's widen the screen up a little bit. Let's see, Needham. Let's zoom. Gilbert Town, Negro Creek. Wow. Negro Creek. Phillips Branch. Let's see. Yes, please retweet the broadcast, guys. Please retweet it. Let's see, Water Valley, Puss Creek, Phillips Branch. You look like you just got an open, free, and clear homeland here to go build you some property, Ebony. If you can trace, if this is your ancestor, I would get with my family and go to the courthouse and see about this property. It don't look like nothing is on this property, literally. But I'm not. I have another map to look at too to see whether something's on it. But for this map that's in the Bureau of Land Management offices, I would definitely go and check on this land. I would definitely go. You're welcome, TP. Now these are for y'all. I'm in the BLM website now. I don't have the other map up. I just closed it out. So let me know if you need me to look up a land pattern while I'm in this system. So Beyonce Daddy from Gaston. That's so cool. Check last name, James Clark County, Washington County, Alabama. Also, you already found the patent, so you don't need my help. So you already found it. You probably do need my help. But at least you know how to find the patents. A lot of people don't know. It's a lot of their first time on here. Have you ever heard of Jones Johnson last name? A hyphen that sounds like a maiden name? Oh, you really wanted me to find Will Gaston. I see how many times you put it in here. Somebody said zeroed out equals land trust. Wow. Since you're in Alabama, look up John King. Okay, let's look up John. I think I've already did that before. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to John. I may already have I may have already sent you that to your email. I think I sent you John King stuff. Because look how much John King. I mean, we'll have to go through 6 pages of John King. John King, the King family was John King was the man in those streets, okay, in those Alabama streets. Look at this. It ain't no way you could get all that land back there in your lifetime. I mean, but look, you was never supposed to buy a house. You were supposed to use the trees on your land, chop down the trees on your land, chop them up into plywood, 2x4s, build you a mansion on that property. And for those of you who have heirs property, do not play this small. Don't live in the trailer on your heirs property. Build you your dream home, build you a mansion, build you a facility where the family can come and have family reunions in your own family facility. Build you a business. Hell, build you whatever you want to build. If you want to turn it into a city, go to the assembly, the general assembly in your state. You can turn it into a city. You don't have to, though. You can run it however you want to run it, you know? But look at all this John King stuff, Stephen. We already know the Kings was the man. How are we gonna look through all these it's impossible. It's impossible, Stephen. You're rich. I get it. You're rich. Okay. Let's see who else. They said it's no longer a golf course. They are developing on what used to be Fox Run Golf Course. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Armstead Jones. Let's look. Let's see. Can we find Armstead Jones? Armstead. Uh-oh. 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 Let's see. Armstead. I know I probably spelled that wrong. Oh, it pulled up. Huntsville. Wow, it pulled up. Armstead Jones. It pulled Jones family. Are y'all seeing this? Armstead Jones, land office Huntsville. It pulled right up. 39 acres. It pulled right up. It pulled right up. Armstead Jones. This is in Jackson. This is in Jackson County, Huntsville. Huntsville. This is north. But if he got one land patent, I wonder how many. Let me see what are the related documents. Because Armstead, since he have a land patent, now this is why genealogy is so important. Who was Armstead's brothers? Who was Armstead's brothers? So you would not just be an heir to Armstead property. You would also, because it's a family, it's the Jones family. So all of you all are heirs to all of the property. See? All of you are the heirs. You can do it that way, especially as it relates to these legal battles. When you're dealing with heirs property, they have to find distant relatives. That means cousins, aunties, uncles. When they're doing something like contaminating a property, these notifications have to be sent out to the family. Okay? Even when it's being taken for like escheatment, the family has to be notified, even distant family members. So to do the genealogy, when you're going to represent this back to ask them, hey, y'all can either settle this. Now that it has hit the national media, this is going to be a public thing. So everybody is watching to make sure you all get this land back. And when you get it back, it's going to cause it's going to cause a lot of national attention, because not only are you going to get it back, people are going to realize that they had no jurisdiction to take it. It's from an Indian trust account, and it's your Negro heirs property in the center of a city. So I found Armstead. There's some more. There's Jones Armstead. Um, Whoever his brothers are, I'm sure these are the same brothers because it's all Huntsville land office. Okay. This is not a hard case. This really isn't. So I would definitely, once attorneys see this part, once they see these heirs property records that are so vast in that area for the Jones family, these documents are not canceled. Some of the documents in this site for other families are actually canceled. Your documents are still active. So yeah, Tequila. Yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat, TP. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for supporting this content. I love doing this. I love helping families find their loved ones, and I love helping them find their land. Yes, Marcus, they got waterways, and that's another thing. TP and your family members, the Jones family that are on here. When you own land patents, you own everything down to the center of the earth and the airspace. Literally. Okay. And that's via the Bureau of Land Management. Not my words. Not my words. It's the Bureau of Land Management's words. Okay. You own everything down to the center of the earth and the airspace. So the Jones land patents that's on the Huntsville airport land, are the airlines supposed to be paying you royalties to fly in your airspace? That's why a lot of patents in Negro metropolitan cities that are owned by black families, a lot of them are canceled because there'll be too many people that have to pay out, including people who have mobile towers in your airspace. You're dealing with T-Mobile, you're dealing with Verizon. Now, if you're dealing with this type of a thing, do you think these corporations are going to pay you fairly, or do you think your family will be targeted? A lot of crime that happens in the black community, it's not black on black at all. And if it is black on black, it's hired militiamen. You'd be surprised the amount of corporations who put hits out on people. They're hitting you over land. There's no more land being built. And when you're talking about Alabama and that vein up there in Alabama, that's a gold belt. That gold belt stretches all the way from Georgia, all the way through Alabama, all the way through Arkansas, all the way through Mississippi. It's a whole gold belt. That's what all that mountainous region and in the flat, some of the flatlands. And you all are sitting here with land patents in that region. You have to watch your six with this subject matter. You have to watch out. You have to be careful. That's why the elders in our families back in that day, they was having fun on their properties, but the men in those families did not play no games. They didn't play no games because they knew what they had. They just forgot to tell us about it, to tell us the full story about it. Can somebody put my email in the chat? Can somebody put my email? I must be behind on comments. Wait. Yes, this land does go through probate. Miami. This is a probate issue. But some cities don't even have probate no more. A lot of those probate courts was burnt down. They were burnt down with your land records inside. Miami. So that's how this is a probate issue. You know. But it may go through multiple, it may be able to go through multiple courts because of where their stuff is downtown. So I don't know. In regular situations, it will be probate. It would be a probate issue. But it could vary per state too. It could be everything is different in each state. So that's why I don't come in here and like matter of fact, I give you just like an overall gist of it because it's different in each state. I read everything that I could read about Alabama last night. I went to bed about 7 o'clock this morning and I start working on it about 7 p.m. on Thursday, looking up the Jones stuff, trying to find the lawsuit, trying to find where they contaminated the land, trying to find the land files, trying to pull up the deeds, trying to see what's all on the land, so forth and so on. Let's see. Let's see what I missed. I need to scroll all the way down to the bottom. Armstead's brother was Waverly Jones. Let's see. Who was their dad? Who was their dad? Yeah, I would love to do the genealogy for that because it's just too close to call, you guys. That's all I'm trying to say. I wouldn't. Like I spent 12 hours doing this yesterday. It's too close to call because literally you have Jones land patents right there by the land that he was living on, and he was confident in it. Like, no, you guys are not going to pay me $900 for my land. He knew that was their heirs property. He had to. So if somebody in your family is in Huntsville and they can make it to the courthouse, they can search through any of the land records. Now, T. Dorsey, some states do have jurisdiction. Some states do have jurisdiction because it's different types of trusts. Like, cause I don't know everything, but it's different types of trusts. Some states do have long leases on some of these trusts, but Huntsville in particular, that is an Indian trust. That's an Indian trust. Okay, let me show y'all this. I just did a Google search, y'all, so y'all can see. So y'all can see what I'm trying to say. I just Googled something right quick so y'all can read the literature of what I'm trying to say. I Googled what's an Indian fee trust. And this is what it reads. Fee to trust, FTT land acquisitions, also called land into trust. Transfer a land title to the United States of America to be held in trust for the benefit of an individual Indian, or tribe. Transfer a land title to the United States of America to be held in trust for the benefit of an individual Indian or tribe. So, to me, what it looks like is during times of war, certain lands was held into the trust for a certain period of time, and then they were dispersed out to the Indians or the tribe. So these land patents that Huntsville have, their Indian trust account. So is the state of Alabama a tribe? That's what I'm asking. If the state of Alabama is indeed a tribe, then how are people incarcerated in? I don't know. I don't know anybody from Huntsville. Is anybody getting locked up in Huntsville? Is anybody getting pulled over by the police in Huntsville? Is anybody in jail? Is it tribal law? Because to my knowledge, the very first Indian prison was just built in 2020. So who's governing the lands from that Indian trust? Because that's supposed to be for the benefit of the individual Indian or tribe. Period. Period. Now y'all, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I hope y'all understand my line of questioning. This is bigger than we think. This is bigger than we think. This is bigger than we think. I need help on the James side in South Alabama. Holler at me. Do you have it's indigenous law? Exactly, Keely. Is it going by indigenous? Nice job, Chief Janice. Thank you. Thank you. Please, all 470 y'all, can y'all please click like, give me the algorithm so more people can see this. I wish every Negro in America could see this. Their jaws would absolutely drop because we literally are wealthy. Y'all, I just bought a system. Looking at this Jones family stuff last night made me buy a system. I bought a whole system last night that tells me where oil is. I don't know nobody else that's even thinking along these lines, but it is so important. Like, we don't have to be at the bottom economically here in America. We're not supposed to be. You're not finna tell me it took me she just told me a name, and it took me 2 minutes to find the name on a land patent that's not canceled. This family is not supposed to have to struggle, even if their land was in a trust for that period of time. The money is supposed to be for the benefit of the individual Indian, and that's another reason why they told us to look at Africa and that you're African, because the money was to benefit you, the Indian or the tribe. So if you're saying you're African American, then that takes you away from this particular trust that your land is on. I'm just unpacking it. I don't make the rules, I just read them. Trustees cannot take possession of the land assets. Thank you. Failure to distribute the benefits make the trust null and void, Indian or otherwise. We just reading it. Under indigenous law, you have the right to self-govern, educate yourself, have your own hospitals, law enforcement. And when you look at it, Keely, we did have all of that. We had our own hospitals, we had our own emergency, we had our own law enforcement, we had all of that stuff when we were on our lands. But then World War One and World War Two happened. Now you're in the 50s. Now you're after the wars. If you're Willie Jones, you're after World War One and World War Two, when millions of immigrants came over here on boats as indentured servants during World War One, and especially after World War Two. Now they're looking for land because they only came over here with the clothes on their back. They needed food to eat. They needed everything, and you had an abundance of it. Like I said, during the Great Depression, my ancestor F.B. Jones, I'm kid you not. One of my ancestors, F.B. Jones, my great granddaddy had two wives. Henry Moore married F.B. Jones. She was getting a 5-seater cart built here in Georgia during the Great Depression. Our family wasn't depressed. I got the records. I found the records at the bank. She literally was getting a 5-seater cart built. It blew my mind. Blew my mind. So I understand the Jones plot. I understand it fully. I understand it fully. My people here in Georgia, just a bordering state, we had a lot of land stolen too on the Moore side of my family, Moore side of my family. You know, Armstead Jones' father was Stephen Thomas Jones. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. Yep, got him. Got Stephen Jones. I got a whole page of Stephen Jones, Alabama, Madison County, and others. This is what I'm saying, y'all. This is what I'm saying right here. It's just you weren't supposed to find out. You just were not supposed to find out about these land records. You just weren't. You just weren't supposed to find out, guys. Let me show y'all this. She just told me Stephen Jones. Armstead father was Stephen Jones. I got a whole page of Stephen Jones. I would have to go through the entire page and literally try to get which land will be as close to that as possible. Like, it's crazy. See, this was zeroed out. Look at this. Look at this. Zeroed out. That's theft. That's theft. That's theft. That's Madison County, Huntsville, Stephen Jones. So the other files could be Stephen Jones. Look at all these Stephen Jones files, man. 151.50 acres, Madison County. Look at right at the Red Arsenal. Right, that's what I'm saying. Right in Triana. Look at this. And we're at the Huntsville airport, guys. Look at Stephen Jones. I'm at the Huntsville airport. These people, and he got a waterway because he has a waterway running through his property, so he owns the waterway. Literally. See, let me see the other Madison County. And then there's one in Jackson. It's 151.34 acres, another tract, same area. Now you at the airport. You're actually on the airport. You look, guys. Y'all would think I'm lying if I wasn't doing this live. These people property is on the airport. The heirs are in the chat. Like, we have never seen the city always take these land patents out of the system before we can find them. Y'all, they own 151.34 acres by the airport, at the airport. These people own the airport, and ain't nobody paying them out. This is not fair. This is not fair. Now I'm just clicking on them at this point. This 73 acres. I'm just clicking on stuff. That's Jacob's Mountain. This not fair. This is not fair. This is not fair. It's a whole page of them, guys. I just clicked on the Madison ones. Y'all, this ain't fair, bro. This not fair. This is not fair. This is not fair, bro. I don't care how you slice the cake. It ain't fair. It blows my mind to see it, because y'all know we've been on this land patent issue for years now. And in the 2 years, some of y'all been following me as I teach on YouTube for 2 years. Even when my channel got taken down, my channel with almost 100,000 subscribers got taken down. Y'all see how many times they tried to take that land patent system. They tried to shut BLM down multiple times. And we had to sit here and email these people and demand that they put the system back up. They kept shutting it down. I think T. Dorsey was one of the people that was helping email, y'all get this system back up. Once they saw that we wasn't not playing, they put the system back up. But people land patents do disappear out of this. We've seen it. Not only do they take the land patents out, they take the whole system offline. Because the people in the 60s, during the Indian civil rights movement, they could not find these titles. So they were trying to stop redlining and gentrification and urban development, and they could not find these titles, guys, for the new people who are just joining. They couldn't find them. See, we have them today. I was there when they took it down. Exactly, Stephen King. Quite a few of you guys were here. They was playing in our face because this land situation is getting loud, and it's gonna get even louder. I'm telling you, when the Jones family get their land back in Huntsville, watch what happens. They thought the family down in Florida and the family in Virginia and the Bruce family in California was something. These people are sitting on Indian trust patents in the center of a city and at the airport. Y'all remember when I went to Atlanta airport and I filmed in that graveyard over there? And I said, y'all, I found the land records for the Hartsfield family. And lo and behold, they owned the airport. Not only did the Hartsfield family own the airport here in Atlanta, they was all murdered and buried at the airport. That is too great. The Atlanta airport has 2 graveyards. These people will kill you over this land. Evil. Because they want us to be at the bottom. They want us to think we're commodities. They don't want you to control commodities. They don't want they don't want your family to go in digging for gold and digging for quartz crystals and for onyx and for oil. They want to keep it to themselves. Every billionaire is running a commodity. Whether it's alpha or alpha is hay. Alpha is hay. You can make $1 billion off of running hay. Clay. The mineral clay in Georgia makes people billionaires. Pecans will make you a multimillionaire. That's the most expensive nut. Now, what if I have a pecan grove on my land? They're going to make sure my family do not access that pecan grove. They're going to make sure we don't turn this into a big corporation. That's the importance of this. Evil. They want you to think you're the minority and be in a minority mind state, not a landowner mind state. Because when you're in a landowner mind state, you think different, you move different, you move like you're protected. You move like millionaires move. You protect the young people in your family and the elderly in your family. Because you know, if somebody doing your genealogy, you can literally go to the county and get your genealogy records printed out. Why is that? There are agencies all around the state tracing us. I found this out, guys, and I told y'all about it. It's people who literally do our genealogy on a state level. Because when this heirs property issue come up, they have to contact all the heirs. Nightlife, I was in an accident. I always think about you. I think about y'all too. I want you to protect yourselves, Jones family. You are protected because y'all made this situation public. Y'all protected because now we're watching all of the Jones family. Now nothing better not happen to them. Oh, that's a whole nother issue. Because now we watching. See, we watching now. Can somebody put my email in the chat? Let me put my email in the chat, y'all. I'm about to get off here. I'll be back on here tomorrow. Yes, sending the Jones family lots of love and light and protection. Absolutely. Let me put my email in the chat. So y'all can have it. Let me put it in here. I usually and just put Jones Family Alabama in the description so that I can see, so that I can know it's you all. Let's see. Make sure I got it in here. I know they're doing my genealogy because as soon as I started ordering land patents, I started getting phone calls wanting to know if I wanted to sell some property. Y'all, it's a serious issue. Let me see what Tunnel said. Hey, Tunnel Vision. There's a pecan grove in Huntsville right behind the football and baseball field and in the neighborhood. Pecans can make you millions. Pecan is the highest nut in the store. It's the highest priced nut in the store. The second most expensive nut is pine nuts. You have Chinese over here running the pine nut industry, literally scaling pine trees, knocking pine cones down, and getting the nut out of the pine cone. Because if you're vegan, then a lot of the vegan foods are made with pine nuts. It's crazy. Yes, I tried, but it keep blocking them. See, I was trying to see what Tunnel Vision said. I started doing my genealogy, and the IRS all of a sudden said I owe $50K. Had to fight for 6 months, and all of a sudden, recently, it was an error in their part, and I've had a lot. I'm gonna tell you, Tunnel Vision. I pay my taxes too. I pay my taxes yearly, and they tried me too. Because that's the only other way they can try to get you. Like you owe tax. I don't owe no taxes. I pay my taxes every year. Every year. They'll try to get you. They'll try to get you on something, anything. The IRS, anybody. And you can't say I owe taxes on the land because it ain't in my name. So yeah, they'll make up some stuff and then go back, like you said, and say it's an error. I bet. But then they also got this new tax militia, right? because the IRS bought all that ammo and all those guns, and they have this new tax militia. Yeah, right. Thank you, Keely. And this is another thing. How are the people in Huntsville being taxed? Are you taxing the Indians on the Indian fee patent? Are the people in Huntsville paying taxes? I just got questions. It is real tunnel, and people will stop at nothing to keep you away from the land that you inherited. Like, we didn't ask to be landowners, we inherited this because we're indigenous to America. Our ancestors fought for this land. You know, some lands were leased to the United States, as I just read. Some lands were literally leased. A lot of those leases for those lands are up. Even when you leased it, you didn't have jurisdiction over it. You were supposed to give me the benefits, you know? Okay. Okay. It's a slippery slope, Keely, because American citizens aren't foreigners, they're citizens, but because a citizen is not considered a foreigner. But the slippery slope is when you get city lights ran, when you have city water ran, like the Jones family, they had their own water source. You don't have your own water source. So you're paying taxes on water, you're paying taxes on lights. That's where your taxes come from.